sex. First, I want to talk about why anal sex can be dangerous and why you have an increased risk of contracting HIV when you have anal sex rather than just penis and vagina sex, penis and oral sex. Well, it really boils down to the anatomy of the anus. The anus, as you know, is a very tight muscle. And since that muscle is really tight, instead of stretching a lot of the times, it ends up tearing. So when you have tears, what ends up happening is it's very easy for viruses and diseases to get into your system when there's a cut on your skin. Think about it that way. It's almost like if you're not versed in anal sex or someone has done it very vigorously on you, you can tear open your anus, little micro tears. I'm not talking about those big gaping tears, and that's how the virus enters, and that's what ends up making anal sex, unprotected anal sex, even more dangerous than unprotected vaginal sex. So I wanted you to understand that completely. But in order to really get you a good idea of this, I want you to kind of look at the anatomy here of the anus. So look at how tight the anus is. This is a woman's anus right here. So you have your vagina and your anus. And look at the anal sphincter. This is the part, wait, let me get my hand where you guys can see it. This is the part on the bottom. And what you're looking at, look at all those muscle layers that get involved in the anus. So the anus is not made out of the same material as the vagina. That's why it's a totally different type of sex. And that's why we have to talk about the intricacies of it, okay? So what I did is I brought a few things to demonstrate. Now, for those of you who are candy junkies, you recognize these as peaches. I think they're called some type of little peach candy. Well, I brought these along because they're rings, and they can help us demonstrate a hole. So, of course, there's more to a vagina and an anus than a hole, but what we have here is a hole that's hard. This one's the hard one, and one that's not. So what this represents is a muscle that's relaxed and a muscle that's not relaxed. So, if we get out my trusty, dusty mandingo penis here, what ends up happening is if you try to penetrate this one, it goes very, very well. See how it's stretching to accommodate. So this represents either a very relaxed anus or a vagina or mouth, something that's stretching to accommodate. This one, the hard one, represents an anus that is not relaxed. And as you can see, it's hard, it's not stretching, it's not accommodating, and as a matter of fact, it's tearing, it's ripping. That represents, people, what's happening to your anus when it's not relaxed, when there's not enough lube, and how these things can go wrong. So, number one, when it comes to anal sex, you really want to have a condom involved in the situation, a latex condom with a lot of lubricant. Okay, so we talked about the anatomy, we've talked about the lubricant, but let me talk about cleanliness. Now, people who are very into anal sex tend to even want to do an enema. An enema, you can buy them at the drugstore, you just stick it in your anus, you squirt water up, and it cleans the area. Cleanliness is very important because we know that if you get any feces in your partner's mouth or feces in your partner's vagina or feces in your vagina, you could end up with an infection. Particularly if it goes to your urethra, you can have a very bad urinary tract infection. So cleanliness is next to godliness. If you're not going to go to the measures of doing an enema, what you still want to do is take the corner piece of your washcloth, twist it, kind of like when you're cleaning out your ears, and use that to clean your anus when you're in the bathroom. Now, the key to people who really enjoy anal sex is a couple of things. Did they enjoy it the first time? Most people will say, it hurt the first time, but now I'm a warrior, now I'm a trooper. And really all that means is they practice. So it does take a little practice and a little relaxation techniques in order for you to get pretty good or to the point where you can actually enjoy anal sex. So here's one thing. Think about your anus as a really clenched, tight muscle. Now, we talked about what happens when it's clenched tight versus when it's relaxed. The goal in anal sex is to relax your muscles so that it can be penetrated. So, what this takes are two partners that are kind of comfortable with each other and trusting of each other. Because when you're not ready, when you're not relaxed, the worst thing that can happen is someone putting their penis or their vibrator into your anus when it's not relaxed. So the first step is relaxing. And you can actually practice relaxing ahead of time in the shower. So when you're in the shower doing these cleaning techniques we're talking about, you can even take some soap, put it on your finger on the towel, and actually relax your butt muscle while you penetrate. So what I mean mean when I say relax is that same muscle that you're relaxing to have bowel movements, that's the same muscle you're relaxing during anal sex. The people who tend to say anal sex hurts is either one, they have a really big, large penised partner, or they haven't figured out how to relax enough for the penetration to actually feel good. So that's the big thing, relaxing. Now, for the partner, you can help your partner relax by dilating. We talk about this sometimes with vaginal sex too. You dilate. First, a pinky. Once they've relaxed to the point, then you can go to your finger. Then they've relaxed, now you can go to your thumb. And so what you're gradually doing is dilating the anus so that it's opening up and relaxing enough to accommodate the penis. Now, one thing about porn is, on the anal sex part, it's, just wearing the anus out. Now, if you are not used to this type of activity, you will hurt yourself. You will be in my clinic on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, complaining that it hurts. Now you're having hemorrhoids. Now perhaps you've even, split or ruptured something. So anal sex isn't necessarily designed to...
So, Brakate Yahawa, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahawa, Brakate Yahushai, Brakate Yahawa, Brakate Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiyams in the four kind of the earth to push the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. I'll come to that lesson to edify the church of Yahushai, the 144,000 and the 1/3, men, women, and children. Confusion of faith, Israelites are scattered among these heathen nations, you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indian. Hey, that's why the Most High say he suffered not a woman to teach, nor to use up authority over a man. Right? At the beginning of this video, the woman said that anal sex, it is dangerous. But she have a solution to make it safe and how to relax a muscle. You understand? Which is a sex that was forbidden by the Most High. The Most High said, the children of Israel should not be no sodomite. And that is an abomination. So this is the confusion women bring. That's why the Most High says, he suffered not a woman to teach, nor to use up authority. But in Satan's kingdom, which is the so-called white man, these women have the liberty to teach this confusion. This is confusion. And also is abomination. You understand? That's why the Most High say he suffered not a woman to teach, nor to use up authority. Let me get that. Right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 10. Verse 11. Yeah, 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 11. He said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. So the Most High said, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. But in Satan's kingdom, she can speak. She have a clinic. She's a doctor. When the word doctor means to falsify. You understand? And there's abomination. There's something that's forbidden by the Most High. You're not supposed to push your rod up in no man or a woman anus. Not supposed to do that. Right? There's abomination. Verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to use up authority over a man, but to be in silence. So the Most High says, suffered not a woman to teach, nor to use up authority over a man, but to be in silence. And like I say, in Satan's world and in Satan's kingdom, she have the liberty to push the confusion. That is confusion. Right? That is confusion. This is Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. It says, as for my people, who's the Most High people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Children are the oppressors, and the oppressors the so-called white man. They are children. That's why they're destroying everything. You understand? Around the place and behaving unrudely. Right? Because they are bastard children. Right? So children are the oppressors, which is the so-called white race. Right? And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of the path. So this woman going to cause you Israelite men to err and destroy the way of the path, because there's a spirit upon you men. There's a sodomite spirit that you just love to push your rod up in women anus and up in men anus. That's a sodomite spirit. And the Most I tell you in the Lord not to be no sodomite. Right? Let me get that. So this woman causing you to err. Right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 23 verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indian women. The Most High yes say you shall be no whore. Don't be like Nicki Minaj. Don't be like Beyonce. Don't be like Rihanna. You know, and all these hoes and sluts out there. Don't be like them. They are hoes. Right? Nor is sodomite of the sons of Israel. And the word sodomite means someone who indulges in anal intercourse. Right? The Most High said, nor is sodomite of the sons of Israel. So you Israelite not supposed to be no sodomite. That's why the Most High said, oh my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. This woman gonna cause you Israelite men and women to err. Right? These women not supposed to teach. Right? This is Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lie with a woman, if a man push his rod up in another man's anus, right? He said both of them have committed an abomination. He said they shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. So this woman teaching confusion, right? You teaching these men and women to commit abomination, which is a sin to death, right? You understand? There's a sin to death. So she teaching confusion, right? And that's what the scripture say, right? If a woman be a counselor, she gonna just teach you to be wicked, right? Because the Most High didn't put the spirit of the women to be teachers. The man is the teacher. The man is the head, right? A man and woman is joined together, so is a body have one head, which is the man, right? So the Most High they command these women to teach. That's for the man. This is 2 Chronicle, right? Chapter 22, verse 2. 40 and 2 years old was Ahaziah when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother name also was Ataliah, the daughter of Omri. He said, he also walked in the way of the house of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor to do wickedly. So you can't let these women lead you. Because don't let these women be a counselor. They're going to be a counselor to do wickedly. And she's a counselor, right? And she teach you to have safe anal sex, which is abomination in the eye of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So you can't let these women be a counselor, right? You understand? All right, let me just get some information in. All right. So this I just type in the dangerousness of anal sex, right? It said anal sex generally referred to anal intercourse when a man put his penis into another person's anus, like unprotected vaginal, right? So this, you see the hypocrisy right there again, unprotected, right? Right? There's no such thing as when it comes to anal sex, there's no such thing as unprotected anal sex. The Most High said, do not do it. Right? And the Most High give the laws to you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indian. He give the law to you, and he tell you not to do that. Right? He tell you not to do that. Right? So he said unprotected, right? Unprotected vaginal sex, right? He said unprotected anal sex is highly risk for many sexual transmitted infections such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, hepatitis. Right, so these is different things you pick up from anal intercourse, right? And it said unprotected anal sex. There's no such thing as unprotected anal sex. The Most High said, do not do it. So this is the hypocrisy in this place. You understand? This is the hypocrisy in this place, right? There's highly hypocrisy, because the Most High said don't do it, but they come now all about you have a way they have a way you could do it, you know, so you want it could be protected. No, the Most High said do not do it. Listen to the Most High, right? So he said gonorrhea, herpes, hepatitis, intestinal parasite, HIV. Even in the beginning of this video, the woman said, yes, it is dangerous, it can be infected with HIV, but she telling you I have a safer way to do it. That is confusion. And that's why a lot of you people contract HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, right? They say HPV, which is human palomia virus, right? You understand? That another sexual transmitted disease, right? Human papilloma virus, right? And syphilis. So these are things that we gotta turn away from. You understand? We gotta turn away from these things, right? Come on, we can't. These women gonna lead you to be destroyed, right? I want to go into this word. Let me go into this word, right? These women gonna lead you to be destroyed, right? Gonna lead you to be destroyed. We'll follow these women, right? Vaginal, right? So it's right. It's an infection or charge in the normal balance of vaginal yeast. Yeast and bacteria can cause inflammation of the vagina. It's a vaginal cyst. Vaginal cyst. Symptoms included vaginal discharge, odor, different smell. That's why usually, there's got to be douching 24/7, because they got to smell up in them. Because you got men. All right, let me say you use a condom, right? And you go up into the woman anus, right? And you use the same condom to go back up in your pussy. Let me say you don't use a condom. From your anus into your pussy, and you don't know when you go up, you're going up in a place where they have doo-doo. So when you coming out now, you got all kind of disease on your rod, and you push it up in the woman pussy, and she can contract all these different diseases like herpes, syphilis, HIV, HPV. You understand? In the next, what's the next one? Intestinal parasite. You understand? Come on. That's why the Most High said don't do it. That is why Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said don't do it. Right? So he said vaginitis, right? Inflammation of the vagina of vaginitis. Symptoms including vaginal discharge, odor, itching, and pain. So these is things that you contract when you do the wickedness. Because the Most High said don't do it. So your vagina gonna be infected with these different sexual transmitted disease, and this is your judgment for doing it. That's why a lot of you contract HIV, a lot of syphilis, gonorrhea. You understand? A lot of you intestinal parasite, right? She's Right? So we gotta repent from these things. We gotta repent. Right? Don't follow these women, just repent. Right? We gotta repent. Right? So he said it's a common type of vaginitis, including bacterial vaginosis, yeast infection, and trichomonas, if I'm pronouncing the word right. Trichomoniasis. Yeah, trichomoniasis. So like the trichomoniasis mean a common sexual transmitted diseases. You understand? He said urine tract. You understand? He said infecting the urine, the urine, right, the urinary tract. Right? There's where infections where a lot of men you might pee if you rat burning. All these infections you pick up. You understand? Right? Infecting the urinary bladder, it can infect your kidney. All these things gonna happen. We gotta listen to the Most High. We gotta listen to the Most High. Right? Let me just take this next word. It's genital. It also said genital. Let me get this. Let me put in this word. All right. Alright, so Slovakia. Alright, so hey, don't you follow these women. You understand? Don't follow these women. Alright, let me get one more close off. Some problem with the connection there. Alright, so repent. Alright, repent. Repent from those wicked acts. Alright? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 10. Let me start from verse 9. Know he not that unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived. Don't let these doctors, these women, they deceive you. Right? Be not deceived. Neither fornicator, nor idolater, nor adulterer, nor effeminate, nor abuse of themselves with mankind, nor thief, nor covetous, nor drunkard, nor reveler, nor extortioner shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Right? And it also say right verse it also say abuse of themselves with mankind, mean men pushing the rod up in men in us. You understand? That's why a lot of sexual transmitted diseases transfer from man or women, because you got men pushing the rod up in men anus, and then go fucking these women raw. These women fucking other men raw. These women sucking men rod. It's all kind of sexual transmitted disease transformed, because only for wickedness is adultery. You understand? It's sodomy. This is why we as a people, we gotta repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you gotta repent from this wickedness. You gotta repent, right? Verse 11. And such were some of you, but ye are washed. How you wash? By turning back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by walking in His Spirit, and stop doing these things. You gotta stop doing it, right? The word will gonna wash you, right? He say, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushai, by the Spirit of our power Yahweh. So we gotta repent. You understand? Repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Anal sex is forbidden. You understand? That is an abomination to the Lord. You understand? It's an abomination. You understand? So hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, repent. And with that, Open Testament said define. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums and the folk on the earth to push the gospel in sincerity. Jude, Shalom.